Hello and welcome back. This is Chapter 7 The Necklace, written by Guy de Maupassant. And now I'm going to explain page number 42 to you. So here we go. She fell upon the neck of her friend, embraced her with passion, then went away with her treasure. The day of the ball arrived. Madame Loisel was a great success. She was the prettiest of all, elegant, gracious, smiling and full of joy. All the men noticed her, asked her name, and wanted to be presented. So here this line saying, Madame Forester granted her friend her wish and allowed her to take home the necklace of her choice. Matilda hugged her friend with too much of affection before leaving for home. There at the party, Matilda managed to grab all the attention of people there. She looked prettiest of all other ladies, and every other man there wanted her company. Next part now. She danced with enthusiasm, intoxicated with pleasure, thinking of nothing but all this admiration, this victory so complete and sweet to her heart. She went home towards 4 o'clock in the morning. Her husband had been half asleep in one of the little saloons since midnight, with three other gentlemen whose wives were enjoying themselves very much. So here this line say, Matilda felt on the top of the wall with the overwhelming reaction of the guests there. She danced all the way, charged with the positive feelings of joy and admiration she received there. From the party, they returned home at 4 in the morning. While Matilda had been enjoying the party, her husband decided to take a rest so that he remained fresh for the office the next day. So he retired from the party and rested there in a little saloon with three other gentlemen of his kind. He threw around his shoulders the modest wraps they had carried, whose poverty clashed with the elegance of the ball costume. She wished to hurry away in order not to be noticed by the other women who were wrapping themselves in rich furs. So here these lines say, as they were leaving the party, Loisel tried to cover the shoulder area of his wife with a poor quality wrap, that is, a poor piece of cloth that they had carried. This wrap stood at complete contrast with what Matilda had put on. She was a little worried about getting noticed by other ladies from the party who had wrapped themselves in rich furs. She did not want to lose all the honor, all the admiration she had garnered from those people as a lady from some high society or from a royal family. Next part now. Loisel detained her. Wait, said he, I'm going to call a cab. But she would not listen and descended the steps rapidly. When they were in the street, they found no carriage, and they began to seek for one, hailing the coachman whom they saw at a distance. So here this line say, Matilda went down the steps in a haste in order to escape the eyes of her admirers, and so she would not wait for her husband, who tried to stop her and wanted her to relax as he was going to hire a cab, but remained unsuccessful. When they reached the main street, there were no cabs at that hour. The stray ones at some distance were given a shout but without a result. Next part now. They walked along towards the river, hopeless and shivering. Finally, they found one of those old carriages that one sees in Paris after nightfall. It took them as far as their door, and they went wearily up to their apartment. It was all over for her, and on his part, he remembered that he would have to be at the office by 10 o'clock. So here this line say, they had to walk for a while towards the river, tired and hopeless, when they got an old-fashioned carriage usually seen in the streets of Paris at night. The carriage dropped them near their doorstep. From there, they walked up to their room all tired. Reaching home, all her excitement and nice thoughts of the party had subsided for Matilda, but for Loisel it reminded him of his office that he had to be there by 10 o'clock. Next part now. She removed the wraps from her shoulder before the glass for a final view of herself in her glory. Suddenly she uttered a cry. Her necklace was not around her neck. So here this line say, she went before the mirror to admire her glorious look for the final moment, for the final time. So, with that thought, she removed the cloth round her shoulder, but to her utter dismay, the necklace was gone. It was not round her neck any longer. Startled by this, she gave a shriek. Loisel didn't have any idea why she gave a shout then. He inquired of her why she shouted. Then, turning towards her husband, in hysteric manner she informed him she lost her friend's necklace. Next part now. Loisel, already half undressed, asked, "What's the matter?" She turned towards him excitedly. I no longer have Madame Forestier's necklace." He rose in dismay. "What? How's that? It is not possible." And they looked in the folds of the dress, in the folds of the cloak, in the pockets, everywhere, and they could not find it. He asked, "You are sure you still had it when we left the minister's house?" So here this line say, disappointed at this new unexpected development, Loisel stood at his place. He gave a strong reaction, saying it was not possible. They looked for it in the folds of her dress, or then in the folds of her cloak, or they checked the pockets, and at every other place they could think of, but without a success. Then he asked her, wanting to know if she was certain, she was sure of still having the necklace when they had left the minister's residence. So this is all for now. Thank you.